Hello everyone, this is Hayden from hhwcustoms.com, and today we're going to be working on this 83 Silverado, but this is the tuned one. We're going to be putting a camber shell on it that I made, and that way people who buy them know how to actually put them on. So let's go get one. All the 3D parts available on my website, hhwcustoms.com. Alright, now that we got our camber shell, we are going to have to open this casting up. And we're going to have to get rid of this roll bar. Alright, first you're going to need a drill, and then you're going to need a 1/16 and a 9/64 drill bit. These are also available on my website, and these are what I use for all my customs. So, we're going to have to just drill it out first. For those of you guys that don't know how to drill out a car, I have another video. If you click up here, it'll send you a link on my other video on how to drill them out. Make sure you guys always have a clean workstation. You want any of this metal being stuck on any of your projects or in your hand. I mean, they're throwing it in the trash can right now, not just on the floor. That wouldn't be very good either. All right, now that we have the car drilled, we can go ahead and actually open it up and get this interior bit that we need. So what we're gonna be doing is getting a line and pretty much just cutting straight right here from the wheel well or tub, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna want to measure where exactly we're going to want to cut and where this sits. So that's the back side of it. And we don't really need to cut anywhere past the actual tubs. So we're going to do right on top of that. Straight across. Get rid of the whole roll bar, everything. Now there's two ways you can get rid of the interior bit that we need to get rid of. And that is either by using a jeweler saw or a Dremel. I don't have a cutting blade for my Dremel right now. I do need to buy more, so I will be opting for the jeweler saw. Jeweler saws are really cheap if you think about it. I got this one on Amazon along with a pack of 144 of the blades for, I believe it was about $9 at the beginning of 2020, and I still haven't run out. Granted, I don't do a lot of projects, but still goes a long way if you think about it for $9. So the way you use a jeweler saw, they actually have teeth on one side. So I like to do it with the teeth facing outwards, so I can cut without having it inside of it. So I want to go ahead and loosen up those clamps and then slide this right on top. Turn it down, and then do the same for the other side here. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and firm here. That'll be just fine. What we're gonna do is pretty much just line up the jeweler saw with the bottom of the roll cage here, and we're gonna want to just cut straight across until we get to the cab area, which is where the windows will sit. And you can check exactly where that is. Right there, so you can see the windows end just where we want to stop it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And with this, you don't need to apply a lot of great pressure. You just want to make sure you're going nice, slow, and keeping it straight. These blades do tend to break pretty easily, which is why the pack is so cheap and there's so many of them in that pack. And you just got to remember to keep it straight. You can do bends and stuff like that, but it does increase your chances. And honestly, these stuff is not super easy to work with, but it's also not super hard. And I don't think I'm going in a perfectly straight line like I wanted to, but that's all right. It's all going to be hidden anyways. And this stuff really does go through plastic, which makes it nice to work with. And you can see we're just about there. So now you can see there's actually a cut line, and it ends just where we want it to end. So now we can go ahead and go straight down right here in between the roll bar and the space where the interior sits, or the glass sits, my bad. And there we go, just like that. It is down. Now you can see I did go at an angle. I did not go straight, but that is all right. For now, what I can do is actually get the Dremel and sand down these little bits that are a little bit too high. You can see that has a little bit of elevation there, and that one really has some elevation there, so I definitely did cut it crooked. That's all right. You're gonna want to just do this real quick. And there we go. That should be more than enough. Get rid of that extra plastic while we're at it. There you go. So that should be enough. So now you can see it's pretty straight. It's straight enough. So now if we were going to go ahead and reassemble the car, turn order there, you can see that the window does still sit in place. It doesn't wobble. We can go ahead and put the cap back on. And then we get the bed cover just like that, and it will fit just straight on. See, that's the rear. Sorry, it's falling apart here. That's the rear shot of it, sides, the other side, and that way you can just remove it and put it back on whenever you want. So if we were to reassemble it, you can go bottom, interior, and then get the windows. And you can actually see that the windows still hold in place because they have these little cutouts that go before the motor. And put the actual casting on. Squish it all together. And then get your bed camper, and then make sure it's facing the right way. This is the rear window. And right on top. And that's it. Super easy. If I wasn't recording, it probably would have taken me about 2 minutes, honestly. But there you go. You can wiggle it out, or wiggle, and it won't come out. And you could easily remove it, and then fill the space in if you want, or put something there, or just glue it in, leave it as a camper. It's a pretty cool little extra detail that you can use for your next customs, and maybe make something cool with it. If you guys do, make sure to tag me. I want to see it. And maybe I'll repost you guys on my Instagram. If you guys want any other tutorials on how to use my 3D parts, feel free to leave a comment down below. Well, I hope this video was helpful in some way. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe. It does help me out a lot. And if you guys are in the market for any 1/64 scale wheels, decals, or 3D parts, be sure to check out my website. It's hhwcustoms.com. And leave a comment if you have any suggestions for any other 3D parts or anything like that. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.